Hi, and welcome back to Iran Solutions. Today, we are going to talk about financial literacy, and we're also going to talk about inflation, what causes inflation, and what is the cause of inflation, and some fixes. Please remember that money should always go in a circle. Remember that money should always go in a circle. And when there's disruption to that circle, we have high inflation, we have job loss. I mean, we have so many disruptions. And like the biggest disruption is taxes. Right now, big corporations and big business is not paying their taxes. We have an $38 trillion debt because of them not paying their taxes. You know, if you pay your taxes, that would fund programs that the government has, create jobs for the government needs, and those people will buy from you. And then robots and computers do not need jobs. People do. So that is a disruption to that. And then they're sending jobs overseas, calling it globalization, which they're doing it wrong because that's taking money and jobs out of America, causing inflation. That is a disruption. Money is supposed to go in a circle. When it's not going in a circle, it causes inflation and it causes it to go higher and higher. Guess what? The more inflation means the more people are pushed out of the economy. That's what's going on. The more inflation, the more people are pushed out of the economy. You don't go and say, well, if I don't get paid, then nothing happens. Guess what? A robot or a computer is not going to buy a house, not going to buy a car, it's not going to buy clothes, and not going to buy anything. That is what is causing inflation. A person needs a job, not a robot or computer. And stop cutting taxes. That is a disruption because taxes would pay for the government programs. It pays for the government salaries. It pays for the government upkeep on buildings and roads. It pays for all that. That's what taxes do. And when corporations are not paying taxes, they're causing us to go into major debt. That is why we're in a $38 trillion debt, is because they're not paying their taxes. It's not spending, it's because they're not paying their taxes. And we're giving jobs to robots and criminals that don't need jobs. And they're sending jobs overseas, disrupting the cash flow. So that is a little about inflation. That is what's causing inflation. That is what's causing inflation to go higher. Is because we're taking money from ourselves, hurting ourselves. So please, join me on Iran's Solutions and on Spotify is Wake Up to Yourself. So on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok is Iran Solution. On Spotify is Wake Up to Yourself, because we do need to wake up, because we are the cause of inflation, not immigrants. We are. Thank you.